Alright, how's it going, everybody? This is Trollolo here, and I'm here with a very special guest. We're here with Future Gohan SSJ2. Say hi.
Hey guys, what's up?
Alright, yeah, so basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a dual commentary on basically recapping the events that happened last year, 2012, inside, I guess, Cartoon Network.
Yep.
So, yeah. Anything to say?
For the events that happened in 2012, well, it was it was a very hectic year for, especially us hardcore nostalgia fans.
Yeah.
Very, very hectic. Um, we dealt with some ups, we dealt with some downs. A lot of the
Sometimes, yeah.
downs being very, very downs, but
Yeah, crushing.
yeah, Young Justice being canceled and all sorts of other
Oh,
things.
yeah. DC Universe is just going downhill now.
Without a doubt. Um, but to be honest, it's just mostly just been stale, really, really stale. Just aside from Adventure Time and regular show new episodes, that's about it.
Yeah, they haven't really introduced any new series. They've all just been airing the same shows mostly for the last 2 or 3 years. But I heard they're adding new shows like Uncle Grandpa and stuff.
I saw the pilot episode for Uncle Grandpa that
Yeah, I
they
saw
released
that
on
too.
YouTube, and it
Yeah, for
actually looks
Cartoon
pretty
Institute.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, it actually looks pretty good, so I'm pretty
it looks
excited for that.
funny. Yeah. Okay, so let's get started.
hmm
Um, Cartoon Planet. So that's like a block on Friday nights where they have those. It's like Zark and Thorak or something like that. I forgot their names, but
hmm
they're both from Space Ghost to Coast, and basically it's just a block where they play, yeah. They show older television shows from Cartoon Network like Dexter's Lab, like basically I guess like early 90s to late 2000s, like all the way from like Cow and Chicken and Dexter's Lab all the way to like Chowder and Flapjack and Camp Lazlo. Yeah, they do that on Friday nights. So it used to be they used to have it like that block inside the 90s, and it returned inside March of 2012. What do you think about that?
Um, I think it's really good. I haven't, to be honest, I've always planned on watching it like every Friday. I'm like, man, I gotta watch Cartoon Planet, but I'm
I
always
miss it.
doing something. Yeah, I always end up missing it. I always like end up doing something around like 6-ish, and I just end up forgetting about it completely. But for those who actually stick around watching it, which I have a handful of times, it is very good. It's a very solid block. I've heard that now they're actually putting on episodes of Robotomy and Secret Mountain Fort Awesome, which I think is really weird and out of place because those are new shows. For
Yeah.
them to be on Cartoon Planet is really weird. But
Yeah.
I think it's pretty solid for what it is.
Yeah, I just love like all those classics. Like I think Cartoon Network's shows are still pretty good, but you gotta love the classics a lot. Like I grew up watching those. Like I'm a '90s kid. I love those so much.
Oh heck yes.
Yeah. So yeah, like a few weeks ago I was watching it, and there was a Johnny Bravo episode. Like they select really good episodes for it too. Like there was the Johnny Bravo episode with Shaquille O'Neal. That was a really good episode.
Oh, I think that was I think that was the very last episode of Johnny Bravo, actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Where the one where Shaquille O'Neal puts Johnny on his back for the good luck charm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last episode.
Oh man. Yeah, so also yeah, starting in January, which was last month, they started putting Robotomy, Secret Mountain Fort also, and Problem Solvers on there because it's kind of weird too because they're more recent cartoons from like the past few years. Well, actually, Secret Mountain Fort Awesome and like Problem Solvers and stuff are from last year, and Robotomy was like 2011. But they were like all either canceled or put on hiatus and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Like I think that like Problem Solvers is good and stuff. But I think that they should just mostly stick because or to the classic cartoons.
Yeah, and see that's one of the things I was talking about in my video, is that they know that a big majority of their audience are people who grew up with them back in the day.
Yeah.
So if they could they'd get a lot of views if they just tried to feed off of some of that nostalgia, which they tried doing with Cartoon Planet,
Yeah.
and it's not working all too well. It's because there's no draw, there's no appeal. There needs to be something to it, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
All right. So, Hall of Game. The Hall of Game was released in 2011. That was quite a while ago. But there was one last year too. It was hosted by Shaquille O'Neal, and it's basically all sportsy and stuff. Do you think that that really belongs in Cartoon Network?
Oh God, no. I actually sat through as much as I could without going insane last year. It is the most stupidest thing I've ever seen for any channel, let alone a channel that's supposed to be for all cartoons. It is. I really don't even know. I really don't know who they're trying to please. They're not trying to please hardcore Cartoon Network fans. They're not trying to please kids. They're not trying to please sport fans.
Yeah,
They're
cause yeah, like I just think that they're going for the younger kid age because all they do is they do a bunch of fun stuff and there's a lot of action and like there's like bands there and stuff and they're like I remember a few years ago when they had Tony Hawk and he was doing skateboard stunts. Like I
yeah.
know a
I
lot
think
of
he was the first host. I
yeah,
think.
yeah, a lot of little kids like that stuff. I
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
really
just weird. Like I'm surprised the little kids these days actually know who Shaquille O'Neal is.
yeah, he retired a few years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah. What do you think also about like the CN reel with like the dude what would happen, destroy build destroy, Bobby says, Brain Rush?
Um, I'm not gonna lie. I actually enjoyed a handful of those shows.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't enjoy the fact that they were on Cartoon Network, but as shows and when nothing else is on, yeah, they're decent entertainment.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm not sad at all that they're gone, to be honest.
Yeah, I remember when Out of Jimmy's Head used to be on.
Yeah, a lot of people got mad at me for actually defending Out of Jimmy's Head on
That
my
was a good
video.
show because it had animated elements in it.
Yeah, and yes, because I'm not at all saying it like it was a great show or anything like that, but it. I'm not saying that I'm not going to sit here and say that it doesn't belong on Cartoon Network because if that doesn't belong on Cartoon Network, then neither does Roger Rabbit. Both of those are live action and animated things put it together into one thing. You know,
Yeah.
so if Out of Jimmy's Head doesn't belong on Cartoon Network, then by that same logic, neither does Roger Rabbit. And
All
Roger
right.
Rabbit's amazing.
Yeah. Lego. Last year, Lego signed an agreement with actually Cartoon Network, and they released Ninjago onto Cartoon Network. This year, they released Legend of Shima on there, and they've been doing a lot of work with Lego. And what do you think about that?
I've seen Lego Ninjago a handful of times, and while it's not that good for teenagers or adults, honestly, I think it's pretty boring. For kids, I think it's great. I think it's a
Yeah.
great show for kids. But
Yeah, and they also released Annoying Orange and How to Train Your Dragon. They released a spin-off of that.
yeah, I've heard a lot of people are actually enjoying Annoying Orange. I think it's really stupid.
They had
Um,
Tobuscus on there.
yeah, that's probably the best thing about that cartoon is that Tobuscus is on there, and I actually
Yeah.
really enjoy Tobuscus. But other than that, I really don't enjoy that show very much.
Okay. The Powerpuff Girls, they've been gone for quite a while. They were created by Craig McCracken, which is also the creator of Foster's. They shut down quite a while ago. I think one of their last episodes or their last special was that Christmas one that they aired a few years back.
It was the fight before Christmas.
Yeah. And supposedly they are going to be having a animated I think it was confirmed an animated CGI like 3D animation comeback special.
Yep, and it's
Do you
gonna
think
have a music video and everything. It's gonna be awesome.
yeah. Do you think that that's like a leak or maybe a hint to a possible Powerpuff Girls comeback?
I do. I really do, and not just for Powerpuff Girls, because if this goes well, then sky's the limit. They could bring back Ed, Ed, Eddie. They could bring back Courage the Cowardly
Oh yeah.
Dog. Well, Courage the Cowardly Dog would definitely be one I could definitely see coming back in the near future. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
Johnny Bravo just had a new special recently. Um,
I didn't like they shut down all these great ideas for cartoons, and they never brought them back. They're like locked in the vault now. They should just like bring them back out, display them for the world, because the new generation needs to know about these great cartoons.
oh yeah, they do. Bringing them back in some way, some form, something like honestly, I'd like to see in maybe Powerpuff Girls. I mean, not Powerpuff Girls, in Adventure Time or regular show, something like that. Maybe in the
Cameos.
background, yeah, cameos. Maybe in the background have the Eds or a purple dog, something.
I remember that episode they had back a while ago. They had the grim adventures of Codename Kids Next Door.
Oh, that
They,
was
yeah,
awesome.
they had Codename. They had collaboration with Codename Kids Next Door and Billy and Mandy, and they had a cameo from Ed, Ed and Eddie in there.
Yeah, it was so freaking cool. Like, yeah, wasn't it? Billy was calling the
They
kids.
called him.
Yeah, he was trying to call the
Yeah,
kids
Billy.
next door, but he dialed the wrong number and ended up dialing the Eds or something.
Yeah, and remember that Foster's episode where Terrence takes in Eduardo and he becomes that fighter, and there's a little cameo from Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Oh yeah, they're like by that giant box or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, they should do that more often, honestly.
Yeah, just like small little throwbacks here and there.
Yeah, I did Nettie could definitely fly because that's one of the best cartoons of all time by far, and that show has endless ideas. That show could do whatever. It's three best friends having fun inside their cul-de-sac, doing whatever they want to. The possibilities are endless for that.
Yeah, and honestly, it's one of like when you think back in your childhood, thinking of like creating a show where it's just three kids enjoying their own childhood. Two and two go together.
Yeah. That show could also promote Cartoon Network too because, as time's flying by, more electronics are being developed and more kids are starting to like stay inside and they're not trying to go explore the world. And Cartoon Network has been trying to push that with like their little ad campaigns about like getting up and exercising and stuff. I think that Ed, Ed and Eddie could also promote that too because it shows them going outside and building things and having fun. And when I was a kid, Ed and Eddie it inspired me to build things in my backyard and have a lot of fun outside with my friends.
Yeah, definitely. It wouldn't really inspire kids to go con people out of money, but I agree 110% that yeah, Ed and Eddie is very inspirational for wanting to go outside, for wanting to just have fun with your friends, especially if you live in a cul-de-sac. It's very
Oh
relatable.
yeah, very.
Um, so yeah, I think that's great.
They should just make like a giant Cartoon Network museum, and they should just build like a neighborhood dedicated to Ed and Eddie. That'd be
That'd be
awesome.
awesome. That would really
With,
be awesome.
yeah, with like the construction grounds and the cul-de-sac and the Kinker Sisters trailer park. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, just kind of like a little. Yeah, that'd be freaking awesome.
Like, cause I went to this one museum and they have like Sesame Street. It looks like the real Sesame Street set, and it's like a giant. I mean, like a huge, maybe 1,000 foot, realistic like replica of Sesame Street.
Are you serious? That's awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah. Boomerang. That's like the place that you go to when you want to watch your old classic 60s, 70s, 80s cartoons. Like, Flintstones, Jetsons. They have some newer shows on there. Like they have the first generation of Pokemon on there. They have Dexter's Laboratory, Count Chicken, but they also have older cartoons too, like Wacky Races, like around those lines, like the Hanna Barbera era. What do you think about them bringing in new cartoons? Because talk within Turner Broadcasting, they've been thinking about bringing in newer shows like early 2000s, like Foster's Home, Camp Lazlo, My Gym Partner's a Monkey, that stuff.
I think bringing in shows like My Gym Partner's a Monkey or Camp Lazlo, I think that'd be a great idea. Bringing in shows like Ben 10 Omniverse and things that are currently airing, especially things that are currently airing on the network. But they've also got Secret Saturdays on there, although I haven't seen it in a
Yeah.
while. It was on there. Um, I
They had Hole in the Wall on there, right?
Oh, they used to. They used to, and I just don't get that. It's completely contradicting the entire point for that channel.
They should have put that on Nick Gas. They should. Or I remember when I was little, they had they had a own before like the channel T Nick came out. They used to have a Nick Gas channel where they used to play like Legends of the Hidden Temple and stuff. They should make like just like a flat out game show channel.
Yeah, I think so. Because they used to have a lot of Nickelodeon used to have a lot of game shows themselves.
Yeah, I loved Legends of the Hidden Temple. That was a great show.
Hmm.
Okay, the 20th Cartoon Network birthday. So it was this October. They had a giant poll on the Cartoon Network website. You could vote for all your favorite subjects, like your favorite enemy, your favorite character, your favorite best friends, favorite blue character, favorite place, favorite vehicle, and they had a like the whole month they were just playing classic cartoons and stuff, and they were also or they made that 20th anniversary music video, which my aunt's cousin, she's an animator. She also helped work on that, which was a giant collaboration of all the Cartoon Network classics, and I just love that music video so much because it showed it was basically like a 2 minute summarization of my childhood, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was just great. So what do you think about the 20th birthday?
I enjoyed it, to be honest, especially the first day where they just had birthday themed episodes,
Yeah.
which is a smart idea because I think they should do more events like that where they just have a certain theme of episodes. But anyway, yeah, I really liked, especially the promos.
Oh yeah.
They need promos like that nowadays where it's just got new cartoons interacting with old cartoons and showing the differences, you know, everything like that. Um, let's see, what else? They had but one thing I didn't like though is that they took off DC Nation for a while just to celebrate their 20th birthday. I didn't
Yeah.
like that at all. But other than that, I thought it was pretty solid.
What I didn't like about it was towards the end of it when there was the cartoon or when the poll results were released. Out of everything, like the favorite blue character was like Mordecai or something like that, or it was Gumball, and like the favorite enemy was one of the dudes from Ninjago, and I remember Annoying Orange was voted, and favorite character was Finn, and out of all of the Cartoon Networks, like I voted for Chowder and stuff. Like the favorite best friends, they had a lot, like Ed, Edd and Eddy and Codename Kids Next Door, and I think that Finn and Jake won that, or Mordecai and Rigby, and I voted for Ed, Edd and Eddy on that one constantly. What do you think
Um,
about the poll results?
I actually
Considering,
This is actually the first time I ever heard the poll results because I didn't bother looking them up because I honestly didn't really think about it at the time. But yeah, I just found this out from you. Yeah, that's
that's
shocking.
depressing. Yeah,
Yeah,
because yeah, like all the new generation shows won out of the 20 years that Cartoon Network has been on air.
yeah. It's also pretty embarrassing to be honest. It's also pretty embarrassing. Um, yeah, that's ridiculous. I guess all the little kids had no idea who Ed and Eddie was, no idea who Mac and Blue was.
Yeah, like their favorite superheroes was they won that as like Ninjago, and it was Codename Kids Next Door was one of those, and favorite place was like the park, and they had like Stormalong Harbor, the cul-de-sac. They had a bunch of classic things on there. The only one that I was satisfied was the evil or not the evil. The favorite blue character was Blue from Foster's, which I enjoyed. But also the enemy, there was like Mojo Jojo on there, and there was Aku from Samurai Jack, and the dude from Ninjago won that one.
How? How does he beat out freaking Aku?
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Oh dear lord. See, this is a reason
Yeah, a
why.
bunch of kids just sit on their mom, or they go into their mom's office and they just sit on the computer and they just keep on submitting votes for like Ninjago and stuff. It's not right.
Yeah, not at all.
And for the favorite four-legged creature, the freaking dude, the dragon from How to Train Your Dragon won that. And there was Courage the Cowardly Dog was a part of that.
Did any of the old cartoons win?
Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
What category did that win?
Favorite blue character, which was
Oh,
blue.
blue. Okay. God
That's it
dang.
though. That's it.
That's awful.
Yeah, like there was Ed, Edd and Eddy on there. It was. I was satisfied with what they had available. What you wanted to vote for your favorite cartoon, or like the nominations, but I was not satisfied at all with the results.
Yeah, that is terrible.
Yeah, people don't know these days. I just got so mad because the new generation has no idea. It's like they've never ever heard about these new cartoons. They just see them and they're like, I've never heard of these ones before, so I'm just gonna vote for Adventure Time because I love that show.
Yeah,
They need,
I was gonna
they
vote
really
for
need to
Adventure
check out.
Time, regular show, Ninjago, and it's just no, you know?
No. Yeah, you gotta check out the old cartoons. They should. I'm glad because recently they've like in 2010 they released like a whole season of Courage, a whole season of Johnny Bravo. They've been trying to push the classics back, and I'm really glad about that.
I am too. These kids really need exposure to this stuff. This is also why I think the schedule should be more mixed up. Put in some Johnny Bravo and some Fosters and some Ed, Ed and Eddie onto there, in with Adventure Time and regular show and Gumball.
Yeah, at least instead of playing like at 6 in the morning when I'm getting ready for school, I eat breakfast for about a half hour. Instead of playing like Looney Tunes show and like Pokemon and Beyblade. They
Hmm.
should play old cartoons, like at least, for a good portion of time. And I think that maybe they should, like maybe cut off Adult Swim for maybe half an hour because they did extend it from 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, from like 5 in the morning to 9 o'clock till 5 in the morning.
Hmm.
They should at least put they don't. There's no classic cartoons in the schedule at all, except for the original Looney Tunes, which is for like an hour from like noon to 1.
Yeah, it is just ridiculous. It's
And
not needed.
during that time, I'm at school, so I can't even watch Looney Tunes.
Yeah, see, that's the funny thing. Like, Cartoon Network will tease you, and they'll put like Powerpuff Girls on at 10 in the morning, and Conan Kids Next Door on at like 11 in the morning, and then they'll take them off due to low views. We can't watch that stuff. Most of us are at school or at work, whatever.
Yeah,
They-
Turner Broadcasting, they need to realize that the target audience that wants to watch the classic cartoons is at school during that time, so maybe they should open a few slots up during the afternoon or morning so
Mhm.
that we can watch it because like honestly a few years ago they had Chowder and My Foster's or Foster's Home and My Gym Partner's a Monkey on at like 10 in the morning and 10:30, and I begged my mom so much to stay home from school just so I could watch those like that hour of episodes. And I stayed home a few times to watch it, like maybe only 2 or 3 days. But like it's ridiculous. I wanted to watch like even when my favorite episode of Chowder was on, like I had to go to school.
Oh,
Ridiculous.
yeah. They really need to mix that up more.
Okay. So DVDs. There were quite a few DVDs released this year. Well, I should say last year. Hall of Fame #1 Cartoon Network collection was released. Regular show, the Slack Pack, and Best DVD in the World was released. The Amazing World of Gumball, the DVD came out, and also the Looney Tunes show came out, and a few others too. Did you get any of those?
I picked up both regular show DVDs. I actually just picked up the newest one recently. The what was that one? Best DVD in the world at this moment
Yeah.
in time. I'm actually currently watching that one. What were the other DVDs you mentioned?
There was Hall of Fame #1.
I picked that one up.
There's Amazing World of Gumball, the DVD.
Yeah, I still need to get both of the Gumball DVDs. I don't have either of those
Yeah.
yet.
There was I think Mad released a DVD,
Yeah, I didn't pick that one up.
and Looney Tunes show they did.
Yeah, I didn't pick that one up either.
I just love. I have a Cartoon Network collection of DVDs at my home. I got everything. I have like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends season 1 and 2. I have
Two is rare.
yeah.
Two is so rare.
Yeah, I got 2 back when it was like back in 2009 or 8. But I am such a diehard, like Camp Lazlo is definitely my favorite cartoon of all time. That's just my opinion. I love that cartoon so much.
Mhm.
And I am such a diehard fan that my mom literally bought they were nominated for like an Emmy award.
Yeah,
back
there's
in,
those
like,
there's those
2007.
Emmy DVDs, right?
Yeah, I have Where's Laszlo, which is a limited edition DVD that was released inside like the gift bag inside those little gift bags at the Emmys. It's a limited edition DVD with a half-hour special of Where's Laszlo.
That's awesome. That's nowhere else on the web at all.
And also there's a distributing company inside Australia called Madman Entertainment, and I've recently been looking around, and this is probably the first time you've ever heard this, but they this is I found it, and it's just really really great.
Is it the Ed and Eddie season releases 3, 4, and 5?
Well, I've seen those. Like, I saw them on YouTube and stuff, and I looked them up on eBay and I looked them up on Amazon, and I couldn't find any for sale. But, um, I'll look that up right now. But I'll tell you what DVDs they had. They have DVDs that they're English dubbed too. They're in English. They were released in Australia. They shipped to the U.S., but they're DVDs that weren't released inside the U.S. And they're really good
Oh
ones.
yeah, that's the website that has it has the Foster's Home season 3,
Yeah,
and
they
it
have
has
season
the
three. They
uh
have My Gym Partner's a Monkey on DVD.
is that
Uh,
is that really a legit website?
yeah, it's Madman Entertainment.
Are they an
Um,
actual distributing company?
yes, they are.
Yeah, when I saw that I was a little confused at first, but yeah, they've also got the what was that Supervillains show? They got 2
Oh,
DVDs of
League
that.
of Super or League of Super Evil or whatever.
Yeah, they got 2 DVDs of that on there.
Madman
Whole
Entertainment.
bunch.
Yeah, it's madman.com/au, and if you go to their shop, they have like recent DVDs too. Like they have Adventure Time, they have like more recent stuff, but they basically do like Cartoon Network stuff inside Australia, and they have a lot of really really good classic DVDs that you won't find anywhere else. Like
If
here it is. They have Camp Lazlo complete season one.
dang.
Yeah, it's Let me just look at this right here. Featured release, and it's only 1995. It's the whole first season of Camp Lazlo, and it's madman.com slash or it's madman.com dot au, and if you there's a little search bar. If you go to that, just type in like Camp Lazlo or something, you'll find it. They also have like Foster's Home season 3 on here. They
Dang.
have Powerpuff Girls season 2 or season 3 discs. That I don't know if that was released inside the U.S.
Nope. It was the only thing that's been released here for the Powerpuff Girls was, well, of course, the singles, and then there was the first season set, and then they went straight to the complete series box set.
Yeah, because they have season 3 right here. Then they also have My Gym Partner's a Monkey. They have a volume 1 and a volume 2.
Wow. As
And
a fan of these cartoons and living in the States, I couldn't possibly ever feel more freaking ashamed and rejected.
yeah,
It's
because
ridiculous.
because Cartoon Network is a United States company, and to have these great cartoons that we've been waiting for so long on DVD to be released in another country for their own good, that's not right.
Yeah. And I think they have a handful of these on like digital formats and stuff like that. To
Like
be honest, I
yeah,
would
Amazon and iTunes and stuff.
yeah, to be honest, I would just much rather have it in my hands, just to put it in my Cartoon Network collection, just right there, you know?
Yeah, because yeah, I'd also like just have it on my DVD shelf. I could watch it on my big screen. I'd rather watch it on my big screen than on my iPhone.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Definitely. Yeah, it'd be awesome.
And
Cause
Warner
I got a
Brothers,
HDTV. It'd be awesome.
you got an HD TV,
Yeah.
and they have Ed, Ed and Eddie and stuff like that in HD. Like if you go on the on demand, if you have that,
Yeah.
they've got Ed, Ed and Eddie and Powerpuff Girls in HD. So
Yeah.
where's the Blu-ray? You know?
Yeah, they gotta start doing that. Like JG Quintel, I think I don't know if I inspired him or something, but back inside 2010, during July 2010, I used to do DeviantArt,
Hmm.
and he has a DeviantArt page, so I contacted him on a message, and I said, hey, you should release a regular show DVD because it's not available on Netflix or Hulu or anything, and I just really like to have it as a part of my Cartoon Network collection. And he said, okay, I'll think about doing that. So, yeah, I'm not kidding at all.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like my account on DeviantArt is Blackbeard27 or something like that. I used to draw like just hand draw on like copy paper like regular show and stuff like that.
Regular
Yeah,
Show's a great show.
it's a great show. Yeah, um, yeah, like you can basically guess out the story already as it is. Like every episode, what happens is Mordecai and Rigby get into a little trouble, and they end up by solving it right before the end of the episode. Then there's usually a twist at the ending.
Hmm.
But every episode is really really good. I love regular show. Like some episodes I didn't like too much, but most of the majority of the episodes are really good.
Yeah, like I feel it's almost a shout out to the old cartoons because it really does feel really old in its
Yeah.
animation style, in its lines, everything.
Well, yeah, J.G. Quintel went to CalArts, which also a bunch of other classic great Cartoon Network animators went to. Like Pendleton Ward, he went to CalArts. Thrope Van Orman, he went to CalArts. C.H. Greenblatt, he went to CalArts. What's his name? Craig McCracken, he went to CalArts. I also think what's his name? I think his last name is Tarkovsky.
Tarkovsky.
Yeah, he's the creator of Dexter's Lab. It's like Jaredy
Oh,
Tarkovsky.
oh, Genndy Tartakovsky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jaredy Tarkovsky. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he went there too. He just
Mhm.
released that Hotel Transylvania, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I still need to watch that movie.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet. Okay. And our last topic is the return of Toonami. Yeah. So, Toonami, it ended a few years back. It was a great year or a great program block on for about 10 years, and it played like Japanese anime styled and action packed cartoons like like your Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, that stuff. Well, I'm not sure if they had Bleach because it used to be a part of regular Cartoon Network.
Yeah, Bleach was always on Adult Swim.
Yeah, because they had Toonami when also they had Adult Swim anime, which is like unrated anime.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this April Fool's Day actually they Cartoon Network tweeted out a hashtag uh, saying "Bring Toonami back," and people thought it was an April Fool's joke, and Cartoon Network meant for it to be a April Fool's joke since it was April Fool's Day. But a few weeks later, they realized that they really wanted to bring it back, so they announced that they were bringing back Toonami back with two new, well, should I say one brand new cartoon series and one uh, exclusive cartoon, which are Dead Man Wonderland and Cast Her in Sins. They also brought Samurai 7, Eureka 7, and they recently brought back Naruto and Bleach and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Um, I know that you are a diehard fan of Toonami and anime and stuff. What do you think about the return of Toonami?
Okay, this is actually one of the notorious, infamous things about my YouTube channel, is that I did not and do not like the return of the new Toonami, and to this day I still do not like it very well. Um, it is, I think it's getting better. I think
Yeah,
it's getting far
eventually.
better. I think it had a horrid start.
Yeah, I think that they made a few mistakes from the start, like getting rid of Dead Man Wonderland.
Hmm. Yeah, like they didn't even bother running it a second time. I think it had a horrid start. I hate how people are comparing it to the original, um, in
They
terms of how
shouldn't.
it started, because
Yeah,
I don't know
I
that.
think it has a new feel to it.
Oh,
It doesn't feel like the old classic Toonami. It has a new feel. Like it doesn't feel the same, and I'm not meaning that really in a good way or a bad way,
mm,
but it's eventually getting better. I guess you could say.
I really do agree. It really does not feel the same. There's just something about it that just the feeling isn't there. Um,
Yeah.
but I honestly do believe that it is getting better, and I am hoping for the best. And Soul Eater did come out, or it's
Yeah.
coming out. It's replacing Samurai 7. I think that's good because I've never seen Soul Eater.
It looks like a
Um,
good show.
hmm But I'm just hoping that they will stop putting on cartoons and anime that have already aired previously, like Edeka 7. or Samurai 7 because that aired on the channel known as IFC a
Yeah.
while back. And I wish they'd start putting on more new anime that is freshly dubbed from Funimation, not yet on DVD and Blu-ray.
They
Like
also have
stuff
Cowboy
was.
Bebop, right?
I believe so. I actually haven't watched Toonami in months.
Yeah.
But I believe they do.
So, yeah, and also, what I think is, they made, like, I'm glad, like, I know that everybody is going to hate on this, or hate on me for this, but, I originally, I love watching Japanese, anime with, like, English subtitles and stuff, but I'm actually kind of glad now that I have an English outlet to, or, like, or an outlet to English dubbed anime. And I
Yeah.
know that everyone's gonna hate on me for this, because honestly, it is true. Japanese anime is the best, but sometimes I'm like really tired and I wanna lay down and maybe I wanna watch like Dead Man Wonderland or something. So I go onto Hulu Plus, but it's Japanese, so I have to stay up and instead of just falling asleep hearing to what they're saying, I have to look at the screen and read the subtitles. But instead of that, I can just fall asleep hearing what they're trying to say because I don't know Japanese.
Yeah, that's actually another problem with Toonami is that it's on too late. I understand that it needs to be on really late because kids can't
Adult
watch it.
Swim.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm
but
glad that it's not as I guess kid friendly as it is now. Actually, they show like the real elements of anime now.
yeah, they do show a lot of blood. It's still censored here and there though. But
Yeah, they censor the really bad stuff,
mhm.
but not the too bad stuff.
But um yeah, I really don't think it's I honestly I wouldn't stay up till midnight ish just to watch a new episode of something, especially if I had school or work to get up in the morning for.
Yeah.
But
So yeah,
yeah.
that's it, everybody. Also, here's the comment question: what is your favorite Cartoon Network TV show of all time? Mine, of course, is Camp Lazlo. What's yours?
Uh, my favorite cartoon show or my favorite Cartoon Network show?
Cartoon Network show.
Like, are like favorite cartoon show period of all time from anything, or favorite cartoon from Cartoon Network?
Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network. All right. Probably Ed, Edd n Eddy. I just love the feeling of Ed, Edd n Eddy. Just the feeling of the nostalgia, just the feeling of
Yeah.
these characters. I love the animation.
Yeah, it's
Um,
it's complete hand drawn animation. The music and the score to it is really good.
oh, it's
It's
beautiful.
original.
And
Yeah.
and the animation's always moving, it's always flowing. It's just great. I love it.
It's funny too because I watched it behind the scenes because that's what I want to do when I become an adult. I want to become an animator and go to animation school and hopefully someday work at Cartoon Network. Like I don't want to work at Disney or Nickelodeon. I want to work at Cartoon Network.
Same
And
here.
yeah, because I'm thinking about going to school for that. That's what I've always wanted to be. Something that has to do with art because I love drawing and I love watching cartoons. And so what was I going to say again?
You were talking about
Oh
the
yeah,
behind
Ed,
the
Edd and Eddy.
scenes.
Yeah, so behind the scenes of Ed, Edd and Eddy, I watched it on YouTube. So basically, yeah, they come up with a concept, they make a storyboard and stuff. But what they do actually is they mail the storyboard and the script and the concept to Korea. And what they do in Korea is they actually hand animate it and stuff. They do it in Korea. Um, they weren't allowed to show it in the behind the scenes most likely because it's a communist country and Cartoon Network is a friendly network.
hmm
But yeah, they do it in Korea, which I wasn't really disappointed about it, but it's kind of weird how they didn't do it at Cartoon Network Studios. They could have done
Yeah,
it at Cartoon Network Studios Korea. I don't know if they have one in Korea though.
there are a lot of different animation outlets that Cartoon Network has to go to. Like
Funimation too.
Teen Titans, I know, was
DC.
drawn in Korea. That's why it's actually considered by most people an anime.
It has
Be-
the anime style to it.
hmm Yeah, it definitely does, and because it's just sometimes these things just have to be done. Like sometimes they just have to send it off to Korea or have to send it off to this place, just to get it done, just get it made. It still turned out wonderful though.
Yeah, it's still. And also, who do you think your favorite animator of all time is?
Favorite animator? That's a good
Yeah.
question. Me personally,
Yeah.
like I don't. That's a tough question. Animator of all time.
There are so much good animators. Jendy Tartakovsky, Craig McCracken, Joe Murray,
Again, are we
Hanna
talking?
Barbera.
Are we talking Cartoon Network or
I guess anything.
anything? Anything? Yikes. Um, I
Just
guess Walt
Hanna Barbera.
Disney.
Walt Disney, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's got the best. I think that's just my
Honest,
opinion.
yeah. Like I think partially Walt Disney is a little bit overrated because I recently read a book um called The Illusion of Life Disney Animation. It's
Mhm.
like a 600-page book and it's all about animation and stuff, and it goes through everything. It goes about the storyboard making, how to draw character designs, like the techniques that they used, even like the music and stuff. Um and it features a group of men called the original Nine Old Men, which is actually the original group of men, the 9 men that worked at Walt Disney, and like they all drew or they made music. They were just complete, like, because a lot of people just credit like Walt Disney to making all the Mickey Mouse cartoons and basically found like starting off the animation world, but he couldn't have done it without those men.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, they did a lot of his work, but for most of it, he came up with the ideas and stuff. He still
Hmm.
is probably the overall the best animator of all time
Yeah.
because he also Walt Disney came up with a lot of animation techniques and styles today that a lot of because they even developed the animation storyboard at Walt Disney Studios.
Dang.
Yeah, and a lot of things that Walt Disney developed, animation wouldn't have been the same without Walt Disney because a lot of his techniques and styles were evolved and they were used into new and now they're incorporated into new and modern animation.
Yeah, he kind of paved the way for animation to from then on.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. Please leave a like below, comment with the comment question and stuff. Is there anything left to say?
I don't think so.
All right, yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.
All right, catch you guys later.
And